Good afternoon, dear students. Today we are going to study our next lesson from EVS 2 subject. The lesson 9 Pratapgarh makes history. Adil Shah Partab. The court of Adil Shah at Bijapur was passing anxious days due to the growing exploits of Shivaji. The Sultan summoned all his Sardar to court to take stock the situation. All Sardar include those known for their exploit and those comparatively unknown attended. Badi Saiba, the Dowager Queen, who personally looked after the Adil Shahi administration from Bijapur, was also present. The one question before the assembly was how to bring Shivaji to book and break his revolt. Badi Saiba asked a straight question to her Sardars. Tell me, who is willing to march against Shivaji and put an end to his rebellion? The court becomes silent. Everybody sat quietly in his place and started looking at the next person. For who dare accept the challenge of fighting Shivaji? Just then a giant of a man come forward and bowed respectfully before the throne. His name was Afzal Khan. The Khan accepts the challenge. The Khan accepted the challenge and picked up the betel leaf from the salwar as a mark of acceptance. Shivaji? Who is Shivaji? He said. I shall arrest him and bring him here, or if that is not possible, I shall bring his dead body. Afzal Khan was one of the mighty Sardar at the court of Bijapur. His physical power and strength were unbelievable. He could bend a crowbar with his bare hands. He was past master in achieving his end by an available means. This Afzal Khan had accepted the challenge of bringing Shivaji to court, dead or alive. The court was highly pleased. Everybody thought that it was the end of Shivaji and that he would be brought to Bijapur either live or dead. Afzal Khan left Bijapur in great pomp. He was accompanied by a huge army full equipped for battle. He was previously the Subedar of Vai for 12 years and knew the country well. He marched on Maharashtra full of pride and confident of success. Swaraj in danger. At this time, Shivaji was at Rajgarh. He got the news of Afzal Khan movement. He immediately saw that his Swaraj was in great danger, but he did not lose courage. He knew that the Khan was full of stratagem and had a huge army with him. Shivaji's kingdom was very small in comparison, and so he was his army. He would see that he could never hold his own in open battle against the Khan. His only hope was in some strategic move that would take the Khan by surprise. In consultation with Jijabai and with her blessings, Shivaji Maharaj shifted his headquarters from Rajgarh to Pratapgarh. Afzal Khan's counter move. When the Khan learned that Shivaji had moved to Pratapgarh. He became very angry. He was aware of the difficulties in conquering Pratapgarh. It was surrounded by thick forest and high hills. There was no proper approach road to the fort and it was very difficult to move its artilleries. Besides, the jungle was full of wildlife. The Khan initiated many moves in the hope of bringing Shivaji down to the plains. He attacked the holy cities of Pandharpur and Tuljapur. He harshed the people. He was hopeful that these tactics would bring Shivaji down to the plains, but Shivaji proved too clever from him. He refused to leave Pratapgarh. Then the Khan changed his tactics. In a spirit of apparent friendliness, he sent a message to Shivaji. You are like a son to me. Come and see me. Return our forts, and I shall see that Adil Shah makes you a Sardar at his court. Tit for tat. Shivaji quickly saw through the Khan's offer. He was taking no chance. He decided somehow to persuade the Khan to come up to the fort. In reply to Khan's message, he said, Khan Sahib, I am guilty of having captured your forts. I must have your promise of pardon for this. Please come and meet me at the foothills of Pratapgarh. I am really afraid of coming down to the plains to meet you. This reply of Shivaji pleased Afzal Khan. Passing his fingers through his beard, he smiled and said, This is good news. What can Shivaji do against the mighty Afzal Khan? He has no guts to fight me. I shall myself go to Pratapgarh and put an end of his life when we meet. So he agreed to Shivaji's proposal. Meeting place. The Machi on Pratapgarh was chosen as the meeting place. A date and time was fixed. It was agreed that each one would be accompanied by a servant and followed by 10 bodyguards at a distance. A special road was constructed for the convenience of the Khan and a big shamiana put upon for the meeting. Every move of Shivaji was marked by great caution. He divided his army into small units. Each unit was told where to hide and when and how to act. He took every measure of safety and left nothing to chance. Many of his advisors tried to dissuade him from meeting the Khan. The Khan's word could not be trusted. But Shivaji brushed aside his advice and decided to meet the Khan as arranged. Before the meeting. On the day of the meeting, Shivaji visited Bhavani's temple in the morning and took darshan. Soon after, he started putting on his ceremonial clothes. He wore his surwar and coat of mail. Over the coat of mail, he wore a kurta and a flowing robe. On his head, he placed a giri-top helmet and tied a medal around it. He fitted Vagnak into the finger of his left hand. Hidden Inside the left sleeve was a bichwa and carried the Danpatta in his hand. He was now ready to face the Khan. All the Sardar were waiting outside. Shivaji turned to them and said, "Friends, each one of you must carry out the duties assigned to you. I'm sure the goddess Bhavani will see that we succeed. But if things go wrong and I'm killed, do not lose heart. Install Sambhaji on the Gaddi, follow the commands of Masahib, fight for Swaraj and extend its boundaries. Make the subjects happy. I shall go now to meet the Khan." He was accompanied by his Vakil, Panthji, Gopinath and 10 bodyguards include Jivaji Mahal, Sambhaji Kavji, Ishaji Kaka, Kanak, Krishnaji Gaikwad and Siddhi Ibrahim and others. When Shivaji reached to Shamiana, he saw that the Khan had already arrived. He was busy planning his future moves. Standing by his side was an armed soldier, Baba Sayyed by name. He was highly skilled in the use of Danpatta. Shivaji came to the entrance of Shamiana, but on seeing Baba Sayyed, he stopped and would not proceed further. The Khan asked Shivaji's Vakil why Shivaji stood at the entrance instead of coming in. The Vakil said he is afraid of Baba Sayyed. Please ask him to go away. Baba Sayyed moved away and Shivaji stepped in. The Khan got up and said, "Come Shivaji Raje, let us embrace each other and mark of our friendship." The struggling with the Khan. Shivaji Maharaj cautiously took a step forward and the Khan took him in his embrace. Compared to the giant Khan, Shivaji was short. He reached only as far as the Khan's chest. At the same moment, the Khan held Shivaji's neck in his iron grip and stabbed him on the side with his dagger. He tore apart Shivaji's robe, but the coat of mail underneath saved him. Shivaji, knowing that the Khan was trying to kill him, quickly thrust the Wagner in the Khan's stomach, drawing out the bichwa with his right hand. He drawn its stomach into the Khan's stomach and tear apart his girds. The wooden Khan fell down. The Khan's Vakil, Krishnaji Bhaskar, come forward and attacked Shivaji with his sword, but Shivaji killed him with a stroke of a patta. When Baba Sayyed heard the shout and noise, he rushed inside the seminar. As he was about to strike Shivaji, Jivaji Mahal came between them and killed Baba Sayyed with one stroke. Because of Jivaji, Shivaji was saved. Become a common saying afterwards, Sambhaji Kavji displayed a great bravery in this conflict. The rout of the Afzal Khan army. Those with triumph, Shivaji went up to the fort. The guns boomed and gave the signal. On the instant, Shivaji troops come out of their hiding and attacks the Khan's army. The Khan's army was completely unprepared for the attack and was caught in difficult terrain. They could not even run away to save their lives. The Maratha troops chased them in the hot pursuit and destroyed the whole of the Khan's powerful enemy. Faisal Khan, Afzal Khan's son, who escaped with great difficulty, reached Bijapur. His account of the disastrous camping spread gloom over the whole of Bijapur. Shivaji thus humbled the most powerful Sardar of Bijapur court. His fame spread everywhere. The songs of his exploits were heard in the hills and valleys of Sahyadri. Hope students you understood. Listen, I'm giving question answers related. Hope students you understood lesson very well. I'm giving notes. You need to write in EVS2 notebook. Thank you.